Let us continue, students, with the bus conductor and his exemplary behavior. What struck me particularly was the ease with which he got through his work. If bad manners are infectious, so also are good manners. If we encounter incivility, most of us are apt to become uncivil. But it is as it is an unusually uncouth person who can be disagreeable with sunny people. It is with manners as with the weather. Nothing cheers up my spirit like a fine day, said Keats, and a cheerful person descends on even the gloomiest of us with something of a benediction of a fine day. And so, it was always fine weather on the polite conductor's bus, and his own civility, his conciliatory address, and the good humor bearing infected his passengers. In lightening their spirits, he lightened his own task. His gaiety was not a wasteful luxury, but a sound investment. This is how he describes this whole thing, his assessment of the bus conductor. He, the bus conductor's behavior is helping him out in his own work, in conducting it and doing his duty. In the way bad manners are infectious and they infect one people, uh, then and when they actually spread from one person to the other, um, uh, society becomes infected with bad manners. In the same way, good manners and a good temperament, a good sort of basically in nowadays what we call as good vibes, basically a positive vibes, actually make that happen. If we encounter incivility, most of us are apt to become uncivil. But it is an unusually uncouth person who can be disagreeable with sunny people. So only like a very uncouth person. Uncouth here is like very ill mannered. Does etymologically it means that a person does who does not know how to quote Latin and Greek. It was used in that sense, but now it has become a more general term for someone who is someone with bad manners, basically, right? So it's only an uncouth person who can be disagreeable with sunny people. When you encounter positive people, very happy and sunny people, you sort of feel good. You feel good around people, and if that person is always negative and always brooding over things, then who wants to be around that person? It doesn't. Uh, nobody feels like being. Nothing clears up a spirit like a fine day, said Keats, and a cheerful person descends on the even the gloomiest of us with something of a benediction of a fine day. Basically, he's saying that just like uh, a good day descends upon a person, even a good, good-hearted and a cheerful person um, acts like good weather to someone, um, anyone they encounter, and he ends this paragraph by saying that this was all helping out the bus conductor in his job. It was sound investment. It was not some wasteful luxury. He was not following it out of obligation or, you know, he was just going beyond duty or something like that. It was not something which was dragging him down or like exhausting him, being nice to everyone. It was a sound investment. He was getting something out of it. It lightened his own task. His task of the author already established. The author already has established that um, task of a bus conductor is quite heavy. It's not easy job to be done. It's a difficult calling, he says. But uh, this behavior was helping him out. This good sort of positive vibes and positive behavior on his part was making his lightening his own task as a bus conductor. So let us move on with what he goes on to say about the bus conductor. I have missed him from my bus route of late, but I hope that that only means that he has carried his sunshine to another road. So he's thinking that okay, he's carrying that light, carrying that same attitude towards life, same sort of optimism somewhere else, same sort of sunshine somewhere else. It cannot be too widely diffused in a rather drab world. Just we get diffused so easily in such a drab, world. And I make no apologies for writing a panegyric on a on an unknown bus conductor. So here he says that I will not make an apology. I don't apologize for praising this person. And Derek, it's like a um, piece of writing that you write in praising a person. So, why is he saying this? Because usually, when such things are discussed, good manners and politeness and how to behave yourself in society are discussed. Usually, what you'd give is like some great examples, like Gandhi or someone important, basically, a politician or say honorable man from history or a very respected person or father of the nation or someone like that would be picked for an example. But he picked average sort of person, average, um, very with a common job, a bus conductor. That is that is who he is praising here. So he says that I know he apologizes for that in the sense that it's not saying sorry, but he's trying to explain here why he picked the bus conductor. If Wordsworth could gather lessons of wisdom from the poor leech gatherer on the lonely moor, okay. So in this poem on the lonely moor, Wordsworth actually praises a poor leech gatherer, the person who goes out to collect leeches, is praised in that poem. So I see no reason why lesser people should not take lessons in conduct from one who shows how a very modest calling is talking about the job. His job as a bus conductor. His job is a very modest calling, right? As in calling in life, may be dignified by a good temper and kindly feeling. So I don't see any reason why we can't learn from a um, common conductor, a bus conductor, is what he's in essence saying. It's a matter of general agreement that the war had a chilling effect upon upon those little everyday civilities of behavior that sweeten the general air.